Okay, this is my Ubiquiti Unifi G6 bullet. Just show you my entire system here. I want to show you how I've automated it to open my gate through license plate recognition and or facial recognition. Before I get to that, I'll just show you my system here. Now, let's not make fun of how I fastened the flagpole to the gate post. It is temporary, although it's been like that for 2 years. And that noise, if you can hear it, is another automation I have triggered for loitering. It's an alarm through Alarm Manager. So I've run the cable along my fence to an outdoor installation that's mounted to a tree here, which is another Ubiquiti product made for this purpose. So there's a power supply, and a switch. I run power from my house over there through the wall into an outlet, and Ethernet cable as well into there. And I have 2 of the G6 bullets. I'll show you the other one. And that other one is way over here. I bought 300 feet of cable, maximum length, to run it. And I used all the length, and then I actually moved the box to a more central location. So I didn't need the full 300 feet. So you might have seen it was all sort of rolled up there. Now I'm not showing you all the cameras I have. I have cameras on cameras because people around my area here are kind of not great people. Here's the other one. That one is actually a little bit too easy to steal, but again, I got the cable there, and then at the gate I went and buried it into a garden hose to protect it. So, and the reason I got these cameras is because here in Ontario there's only a fine of $100 for littering, and it's not much of a deterrent, and everybody seems to litter. And I had one guy in particular that was parking in front of my property on maybe a bi-weekly basis, eating his McDonald's or other fast food and discarding everything on my property. And I got so sick and tired of picking up after the guy. I thought, oh, I'm going to nail him. And I think he's seen my cameras and he stopped. It's definitely somebody local, a neighbor. And I guess it's not what I wanted, but if it's a deterrent, that'll be all right. But I digress. I'm just going to walk over the house, show you what I did over there, and we'll get back on topic, which is the automation where I can use license plate recognition, facial recognition to do anything with my Home Assistant setup. So I buried the cable there in a 2-inch PVC pipe and ran it into my house there, and I'll do a better job of that as well. And there's that other pipe going up there. And I buried it here. I wrapped in some garden hose and some old garden hose and buried it, and I got another, I don't know, 50 feet to go, but there's so many rocks in here. It's not easy digging, to say the least. So I got the gate closing there. I'm just going to walk around and show you that it will open when it sees my face. Now, I've been using Home Assistant for about, 7 years. And was quite happy when LiftMaster had an integration with Home Assistant. Everything was working fine. And then they rug pulled us, and all my stuff that I was using with LiftMaster, Chamberlain, whatever, all the garage door stuff and gates stopped working. So I have a workaround for that. I'll do another video for that. I don't have to use that MyQ application at all. Everything's local. Here I'll walk up to the camera. Doesn't matter if I'm wearing sunglasses or not. I am wearing them today. There's another loitering trigger. And there you go. Gates opening now only because it's recognized my face. I also do that with the vehicle license plate. Just our license plate, obviously. Then I have alarms for loitering and all that kind of stuff. A lot of people, because I'm on the corner here, a lot of people seem to pull over on our road to relieve themselves. And that's the other reason I got the cameras. Obviously, there's situations that, I don't care about, but somebody actually had a bowel movement in my ditch down the road. It was pretty disgusting, and I know that guy is a neighbor as well, and that's another reason why I got the cameras. I don't understand that, but that's the way people are. A lot of people stop to, take a leak, and that's almost a daily thing. So I said I'll do another video to show you how I got around not using the MyQ application anymore and have everything just in Home Assistant, and that's due to Sonoff here. I have the gate remote control connected to the Sonoff, which is an WeLink application in Home Assistant. I soldered the wires to the button. You push there, and that sends a signal to there, which activates that. And I have it on an inching type of switch, which means it's momentary instead of on off. It's momentary. You set it up to go on for, I think, anywhere from 1/10 of a second to 10 seconds. That activates the gate opening and closing. And it is important because it obviously does work with the Ubiquiti camera automation to allow it to open and close. Then the other challenge with losing the MyQ application from Chamberlain Group LiftMaster was getting the status of the gate, because you don't know when you're not here if it's open or closed. So I'll show you quickly what I did for that. So I bought a Zeus Z-Wave device, 800 series, so it's only working because it's long range, and it is definitely long range because that's 150 feet away, and then my hub's another 50 feet away. But I bought this open close sensor, so now it's telling me obviously that the gate is open with the magnetic reed switch, and that's just closing the circuit. I got it running into there, and then inside there I have the Zeus, I think it's a ZSE19. It's a multifunction device. It has a couple inputs, dry contacts for this purpose, and a couple relays. I'm not using the relays just yet, but I might do someday. Could probably replace this entire LiftMaster system with what I have there. So yeah, it's I can't remember what I said. I think I said the wrong model number, but it's a Zeus Zen 17 universal relay, and that's inside the LiftMaster box. It requires, I think it was 12 or 24 volts, I'm not sure, and I got that power right from the LiftMaster board, so it's all solar powered, and it works great. So again, I'm just going to wrap this up now. I apologize. I'm trying to do as little editing as possible So I'm pausing this recording as I move around. But the subject of this video really is the quality of these cameras, Ubiquiti and Unifi. I showed you the IP65 rated or 66 rated box I have mounted on that tree. This is the G6 bullet. I love the AI features of it. The facial recognition is working very well. I've had this for about 2 months. And at first I couldn't do these things I wanted to, but I knew eventually I would be able to. And that's happened with the recent upgrades. And Ubiquiti and Home Assistant are associated in some ways. I'm not sure, I can't speak well on that, but because of that association, things happen quickly, I believe, for Home Assistant. Yeah, facial recognition, excellent. License plate recognition is working excellent, using those with a webhook. I also had a local automation to open the gate with the sound alarm, and that'd be a horn. So when I come back home and I take that corner where this car is coming now, because that camera's there, if I honk, it picks it up, and by the time I get here, the gate's opened. So I hope eventually the facial recognition and license plate recognition will work locally without the webhook, but it takes about 5 seconds, not a big deal. And one last thing, I'll just show you my property here. I am very interested in getting a Ubiquiti Unifi AI horn. I think it's a 120 decibel horn that just came out. It's about $500. And with that, you could use it as an alarm system, have some automations that when something's triggered, like loitering, or somebody crosses a line at certain times you don't want them to, that's like when you're not home or when you're sleeping, it would broadcast a message or a siren or whatever you want and scare them off or advise them of whatever you need to advise them of. So that's something I'm looking at getting. It's adding up the costs of all the hardware I bought, so I'd certainly like to get sponsorship from Ubiquiti or Unifi. I like their products. I like their innovation, and everything's moving quickly with the advancements, so that's good. One more thing I wanted to say. I will do another video showing you the inside of this box and how I did that with the Zeus device and this sensor here, and using the power from the LiftMaster to get rid of that hated MyQ application. I don't like when companies like that do a rug pull. It's not the first time it's happened. Google Nest did the same thing a couple of years ago. I think it's pretty low. It's one of the only reasons, actually, the integration was the only reason why I invested in LiftMaster. But if you're interested in seeing how everything comes together in Home Assistant, and you need some help with YAML or writing code, or how you can combine like the Zeus device and this device to have one sensor to show it as a cover and show it as a proper cover that shows it open or closed, shoot me a message. Willing to help you out for a small fee. Could do it on a per hour basis, not much per hour, I don't know, $15 an hour. And these things are pretty simple. For me, it doesn't take much more than an hour. For these simple automations, when you get into complicated stuff, it could take hours and hours, but there's always a solution. And that's all. Thanks for watching. Cheers.